Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another One Piece manga review. This week, we are here reviewing chapter 1080, The Legendary Hero, drawn by Verson. But when it's the legendary hero, you gotta call in one man. I'm making a video with him later this week about the legendary hero. We got Mr. Pharaoh himself, rapper, One Piece extraordinaire, and Garp lover. Pharaoh, how you doing, my brother?
What it do, man? Swamp.
Glad to have you in the building. Verson, how you doing this week?
Been a long week, but it made slightly better by the fact that we got a good ass chapter this week.
It was a good chapter. Look, I think we're running with back-to-back bangers. I'm like, Oda is doing his thing, flexing his muscles, but it works because he's showing us people that we haven't seen do anything. And it's like, oh, if you're gonna go from Shanks to Garp with a little bit of with a little bit of Dorian Broggy in there, hey man, you win me every damn time. But this was a good chapter this week. We got to learn a lot of lore and stuff. Pharaoh, how do you feel now that Garp has taken his stand?
Yeah, I think with Garp doing what he did, and like, I kind of got soft spoiled on the chapter because I was seeing that like on Twitter that he did something.
Yeah.
I wasn't exactly sure what it was. I didn't think it would be that though.
Yeah.
Like, when he dropped the City Buster, I was like, yo.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, like it definitely puts Dragon on the clock. Mihawk is on the clock. A lot of people on the clock, man. Kizaru is on the clock.
Definitely. Even Akainu shit. Like, we need more from him. Like, a lot of niggas we gotta see from.
We had a lot of
we got to see some stuff from Akainu.
But you know what I like, post time skip, like hockey Akainu, like real Akainu. That's what we gotta see. How he moving. As well as Kuzan. Like, gotta see how he moving. But first, I'm gonna get your thoughts in a second. Let me do the brief run through because we want to dive right into this. And so basically the way we do this is I give a brief summary of what happens in the chapter, and then we dive into themes and break them down. The chapter starts off with us on Hachinosu looking at Kobe being a 5-star general, baby. 5-star Captain Kobe, hero. He's a reward out from him from Cross Guild, but he's trying to escape the Hachinosu prison, which is kind of like pointless because everybody's looking at him. Like Shiryu's looking at him. Pizarro's looking at him. Vasco Shot's looking at him. Like, they know what he's doing. Also, we found out the devil fruits of all two of those members. Pizarro can control basically the island fruit and blend himself in with the topography and the land of whatever areas in. And Vasco Shot got the liquor fruit. We'll get to how he a nasty nigga. But we then see a flashback on why Blackbeard wanted Kobe so he can make Hachinosu an government power, so he can be the king of Hachinosu. But we find out about Sword, and Kobe's a part of Sword, so we'll get into that on why that didn't work. Kuzan explains that. We then cut back to Kobe trying to escape, and then all of a sudden, people are getting taken out because Sword is here. We see 3 new members of Sword all do some fire-ass moves, but nothing takes the cake to Galaxy Fist. But let's get into it. Version, where you want to start, brother?
I think actually we could do this like chronologically and
go ahead
real quick knock out the Blackbeard stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously, as we know, Blackbeard is not here. He's in Winter Island, trying to fight off Law, trying to get a hold of that fruit. I pointed it out, and I think it's interesting. None of his original crew seems to be on the island. It's all impel down prisoners.
Yeah, pretty much.
Vasco Shot, Pizarro. We also got San Juan Wolf. I will say this: Pizarro having basically Pika Fruit 2, but like strictly better.
Yeah,
very, very much fits in with the theming. Also, Vasco Shot, as in Vasco Shot.
Vasco Shot is a nasty man after what he said about Boa, talking about doing nasty shit to her.
Yeah,
I just see him having the liquor fruit, getting bitches too drunk, and just getting rapey. Or R-wordy. I don't know what you can say on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
You should get demonetized.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep that out. But no, but like that's crazy that's his devil fruit. Like we was talking about that in the Discord, Pharaoh, like how that nigga just is he a wild boy.
Yeah, that was wild, man. Like I knew like when you first made that comment, but now when you add the liquor fruit into that definitely has me looking at it kind of like yo, Vasco Shot is out here wilding. he's trying to slip the pill Cosby on the bitch, and
facts. No, 100%. 100%.
I will say we haven't seen him able to use the fruit on another person yet. It looks like he's getting drunk off his own fruit. I assume he can, but we haven't seen that part of his power yet. He might have like
we haven't really seen him use it in battle. That could backfire. I feel like that could backfire on some people. Like, you get the wrong person drunk, they might start fighting like better. Like this
drunken
fist type. Like,
yeah, this is a good way to like hack into Kaido's like drunk fist, and I don't even know if this shit would affect Zoro.
Oh yeah, I don't like that's interesting. Like, would Vasco Shot get Zoro drunk?
I mean, Zoro gonna have that tolerance, man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he's numb to it.
You about to be fighting a drunken 3-sword style in this motherfucker. Like, it's gonna be real.
Yeah, not to detract from the chapter, but I do think seeing these fruits kind of somewhat in action has kind of it changed, because let's face it, every time we see the Blackbeard crew, everyone is going into the tier list being like, okay, who's actually fighting who? Because I think for a long time we all kind of figured out who was fighting who, but now really the only one I think is hard locked in is pretty much Shiryu. And I think
pretty much.
And I think Sailor Wolf kind of has to be handled by Frankie, just because I don't know who else is going to handle that big motherfucker besides Frankie going full Megazord.
Shit. Well, Jinbei could. I mean, if San Juan Wolf is supposed to be like the colossal battleship, it could be like Jinbei and the Sunny.
Yeah, but I just figured Frankie would make that into like
a Megazord. Frankie and the Sunny. I see that.
But if he lets Jinbei do it, then yeah, him. That I would be fine with that too.
But literally, only we know is Shiryu and Zoro. Don't know who Sanji's gonna fight, because the whole Vasco Shot thing, I don't even know if I feel that anymore. And Pizarro being a king, people thought that. So like, I don't know. It's very interesting.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Sanji kind of would be a good one for Vasco Shot too.
Yeah, because he's this guy's lecherous.
That's what I thought as well at first.
Yeah, but it would also be great to let a woman beat his ass, though.
That too. Yeah, that's why you said Robin last night in the Discord. Yeah, I remember you said that, Pharaoh. But
I'm hoping for the demon child.
It's dope that we find out their powers and get to know like how strong they actually are. These fruits aren't that great. Like, it's not as great as the first round of people we saw. Like, the first round of people, when we saw Augur teleporting and fucking Burgess picking up an eye, I was like, okay, these guys are on another level. But now that we see them, it's like, all right,
I think Island Fruit.
That's crazy.
I think that's definitely the standout. Vasco Shot has possibilities depending on how if he's even uses
it. I'm pretty sure they're all ridiculous though.
The Straw Hat's gonna need some hockey, because if Vasco Shot shoots some drunkenness on you, he gotta break through that, man.
I'm not gonna lie, Shiryu might have the least impressive fruit out of this crop if we're looking just strictly at what the fruit does.
Oh, with his ability?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, not everyone has great observation hockey, but if you do, I think that kind of nerfs it. And then San Juan Wolf is gonna body anyone who isn't actually a serious competitor, which leading into that, we get a little brief talk about the Rocky Point incident. And like, at least in the TCB translation, it kind of mentions San Juan Wolf by name a little bit right after that. And it says it kind of in the OP scans as well. I think San Juan Wolf might have been the big player, no pun intended, for the Rocky Point incident and why Kobe's a hero. Maybe possibly with Blackbeard in the background,
I'm very interested to see what would happen with all that. We're learning more and more little as we go. I like how we learn that by being a member of Sword, that the Marines don't really give a damn about you. Like, you're on your own. Even though Kobe's a very interesting member of Sword, because he's a Marine to the front, but like a Sword member behind the scene. Like, he's not out. Like, I wonder if he's viewed outwardly as a Sword member, because it doesn't seem that way.
I think they fucked up. Like, I think when Kobe went Sword, he wasn't supposed to get this clout, but he's just such a good damn boy
that he's getting the clout.
He's such a hero.
He's like Garp.
Yeah, like, I think he fucked up. I think it was supposed to be like, Kobe, you might be able to be like an infiltrator, like how we got other members of Sword, like Drake. And then he had to be Mr. Big Damn Hero, Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and they're just like, well, fuck, dude. Now you're like kind of both.
Yep, he's Garp, man. That's why
Garp calls him subordinate to Garp. They kind of defaults him to that.
Yeah,
him and Helmeppo.
Yeah.
True. I also like how we see Kuzan really into things, like his look and everything. I'm very interested to see how Blackbeard views it, and also Kuzan explains sword to him, and Blackbeard doesn't go like, "Wait, could you be?" Nah, you're not. Yeah, nah.
I mean, I think Kuzan is like some very like
weird
I feel
shit.
Like that's some real slickster trickery right there because it kind of
he rolled a nat 20.
Blackbeard can't force the issue like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true, because I mean everybody just get frozen. Like,
it's one of those things where it's like I think Blackbeard on some level. I mean, obviously he probably suspects it a little bit, but he's like, I'm gonna let it ride, and then whenever he inevitably betrays me, I'll try and cross that bridge when it comes to it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I also like seeing how Hachinosu's really just Blackbeard's pirates just running around, and as Kobe's trying to break free, we get each member of Sword. And funny enough, I like the sniper, man. I like the sniper using the flower gun, and I like Bruce. Bruce just looks like a badass.
Dude, Bruce is blinged out, pimped out in his little scene.
Yeah, like, Bruce is hard body, man.
The only one I don't like is the whip one. I don't necessarily like Suru's granddaughter.
Fujaku?
That's the only one I don't really like.
I mess with her just off the strength that she's Suru's granddaughter.
Okay.
So I know she's gonna do something serious. Like
because Suru was hanging with Garp and with Sengoku back in the day.
They were the big
Every
three.
Character we've seen that has lineage, with the exception of Captain Morgan's son. But other than that, every character we've seen.
Well, I mean, shit, Helmeppo guy. I mean, he with Garp now, so you know.
Yeah. See, exactly.
As a Helmeppo, I think is
now, like
Helmeppo. I think is stronger than his dad ever was now, and I think that's
easy. But
Helmeppo
might
might anything to make me believe that. Didn't his dad like?
No, wait, what? No, wait, hold on. No,
his dad did cut Garp one time.
But... His dad cut Garp because Garp was sleeping. And Garp woke up, was like, bow, and nigga, he was out. Now, I'm not gonna let y'all do that because Helmeppo clashed with Zoro multiple times, and Axe Hand Morgan not clashing with Zoro, bro. Not Water 7 Zoro. So, Helmeppo's stronger than his pops. I'm giving it to Helmeppo for sure. But I will say Helmeppo is the second weakest one here, I think. Behind only one weaker is, our girl. What's that? Blast. I can't think. No, Doll's not here. No, it's Smoker's Tashigi. I think Tashigi might be. Tashigi's probably the weakest Marine there out of the names.
I think
wouldn't sleep on Tashigi.
Like I like Habari. I like her get up, and I think she's kind of cute. But let's not get it twisted. If she doesn't have her special bullets, I'm not sure she's going to be all that good. But
she a commander higher than a lot of them.
We've only seen her do one thing so far, and she's disarmed like 100 people just now.
and I rock with it. I'm rocking. I'm taking over Tashigi right now. You
don't know what other kind of bullets she got.
Yeah.
True. You don't know what other kind of stuff she got.
What if she has some sea prism bullets? What if she's the one who shows the sea prism bullets shooting these Blackbeard pirates?
If she got the sea prism or the hockey bullets, is gonna be serious. If she got the Ben Beckman bullets, it's gonna go crazy.
But I mean, the best part of this was Garp pulling basically Luffy King Kong Browning Dressrosa, but times 20, bro. Like, look how high he is, and just straight conquers fist, man. Oh my gosh. That Pharaoh said it last night, and I'm gonna let you get into this, Pharaoh. I just want to say what you said because it was awesome. Like, if Garp is this strong, how strong was Rocks that it took Roger level and then the fist to beat him? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
And also probably Whitebeard.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, let's keep it a buck.
We weren't even thinking about Whitebeard was there too.
Yeah, like he definitely turned, I think, at least halfway through the fight.
And Garp's just smiling, like. And the fact that he is fully into this and like not worried makes me think like, man, he ain't like Rayleigh. Rayleigh was like, I can't fight you, Blackbeard. We can't win right now. I'm too old. Garp don't give a fucking Blackbeard there or not.
Garp doesn't give 3/4 of a fuck.
Garp has that dog in him. He lives for this.
Like, man, I'm so sorry I put disrespect on Garp's name before, but I will say Jazz's comment, and then Pharaoh, you can respond to this, because Jazz told me to say this, because he tweeted about it. Last time we see an old dude do some fire stuff, it was right before he got taken out.
See, the thing with that is, Jazz said every time we've seen an old person do something like that, they got killed. That's not true. we've only seen an old person really do that like once. That was Whitebeard.
And we knew he was dying.
Yep.
Yeah, like he was gonna die. Like he was already in the process of dying before he showed up. Like
he was marching.
And I also like that Shiryu's the only one that's like, oh no, we gotta run. Like Shiryu's like, get the fuck out of here right now. It's Garp. Like, no. Get out of here.
One thing that I did like to see was that they got back to they showed the Marines and their strategy and their commander abilities, the way Garp organized his squad and the way he maneuvered his battleship into the air to take off and land the galaxy. Like that was crazy to me. I like seeing stuff like that because
shows how smart he is.
Which by the way, he took that from watching the Sunny Buster calling. He took that like, oh, you can make a ship fly? Fuck it, I'll make a ship fly. I'll figure out how to do it my own damn self.
His grandson showed him a crazy way, but he took it times 10. Like,
man, Garp might have been doing that, man.
True, we don't know.
That's true. That is true. That is very possible. It's just I'm pointing it out. The parallels of being like the last time Garp saw Luffy on a ship, Luffy flew right over him with the coup de burst.
I also love how Garp was like, nah, bro, he's my treasured apprentice. And Kobe's like, you go that far from me? It's like, hell yeah, Kobe, you're the future of the Marine. Like, if Shanks has Luffy as his guy, we've seen all these people who love their people. Shanks gave his arm. Corazon gave his life for law. Like, Garp, you're his guy, bro. Like, you are, Kobe has to me, whenever it's time to fight, I better see Kobe getting ready to conquer, spit somebody, bro. Like he gotta start showing some more promise. He got to. If you Garp's apprentice. After seeing this.
I think Rocky Port, between him and Law, I think will give him a lot more clout once we know what that's about. But yeah, I liked Kobe this chapter because he's being kind of like he's being adorable, being like, man, this ain't for me or whatever. And then like at the end, like Garp calls him out and being like, no, this is for you. The other people are important, but like, no, I'm here because you're here.
Yep.
He's also letting us know that Kobe's the one, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I like. Exactly.
So I'm expecting to see something crazy from Kobe once he gets that thing off, that ankle weight off.
I think you might have that One Piece film read observation hockey, and he might take over as like a tactician, sort of like
he should. Look, I mean, if his thing is observation, it makes sense because he awakened his at Marineford before, like right when Luffy awakened his conquerors. So like if those like. And that's Luffy's strongest thing. I assume observation would be Kobe's strongest thing as well. Just off of that. But gotta see more from Prince Bruce, man. Gotta see what his little golems are doing.
Yeah. Man, not to brag.
You did read his mind. Like we played D&D together and Verson did come up with this devil fruit. Gotta give it to
him. Yeah, like just seeing like literally a golem devil fruit in clay. So, and the way that they kettled it into like a giant pit trap specifically to set up for Garp is awesome. Also, putting a little bit of respect also on Kujaku, which, you know, I think I'll just call her Peacock because that's what it means in English. But anyway, she was literally like the fact that she was whipping the buildings. People don't understand. Crazy. Part of the reason why I love like One Piece powers is because once you get at a high enough level with like a Paramecia specifically, you are able to like literally
dumb shit.
You're able to do like Gear 5 shit, like just as a rule. Like you can bend reality. Like she's giving the fucking Bodens enough sentience to be like, hey, all right, move. And she's making them move. You know, like they're not gonna start talking or whatever.
Them to move their ass. Like that's crazy. Like
it's very crazy. It's like she got a little piece of the Big Mom power.
Yeah.
But the buildings weren't talking though. I'm glad
they don't talk. But
but
I look at more. I like how y'all. I'm looking at it more so that her thing is so strong that she can move them more so than making them sentient. But either way you look at it, it still makes her badass.
I hear you, but she's a taming human, and it is a fruit ability rather than just straight hockey. So I think on some level her ability is channeling through to. Like again, not giving full sentience, but like she's able to corral them and move them slightly.
Yeah,
like,
she can.
I think it's like how Law's a doctor and OP works better with him because he's a doctor, and he just knows more. Like the fact that she can tame, I feel like it just helps her. But I'm whip that shit strong. Like That's how I'm viewing it. Like she's just strong, and the shit's moving.
If they were to link up with the Revolutionaries, her and Bello Betty would be able to do some amazing
crazy shit.
Dude, her, Bello Betty, and then Captain Hana. Smokers on again, off again. Which, by the way, could I just like with her cage fruit? Like between the two of them, those are some scary in a good way women.
No, those Marines would make a good little duo together of whipping them and caging them. Like that'd be wild. I will say that.
Speaking of Smoker, by the way, I don't think anyone super gave this credit, although there were some people who definitely stood on it.
Where's he at?
Yeah, first of all, where he's at, but second of all, to anyone who thought that Kobe wasn't going to be Luffy's Garp and that it was going to be Smoker or some other Marine, like I've heard a lot of people in the past be like, Kobe just ain't there. He ain't going to be there until in the story. Smoker is a better rival for Luffy because he started off strong. Yeah, like I'm sorry, Kobe's that guy. He's the hero. Smoker's cool and all. I like him, but.
I feel like Smoker's gonna
been better if Oda would have wrote it that way, but it definitely didn't look like that was where it was going.
I just feel like Smoker's gonna be one of the admirals.
Smoker whooped his ass that first time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I just think Smoker's gonna be one of the admirals of the next group whenever we get one. Whenever we get to end this like series type shit, he might be a candidate. Pharaoh, how you feeling about Garp? Give me some thoughts before we wrap us up.
Because
we pretty much touched on everything.
Yeah,
Garp is pretty much what I would expect him to be. I mean, he's a city buster, man. He can level a city in one shot. He's not playing with nobody. Like I feel like this is definitely a feat, the same type of level of the Shanks one shot and kid.
Sure.
Like this is that type of thing.
I could argue it's bigger, bro. Like honestly,
like definitely, it's
like as a
raw output,
as a Shanks fan,
AOE damage.
Like as a Shanks fan, like Shanks showed his ass, and Shanks showed like why he's one of the strongest pirates. But the way Garp is just so high above that city, and like just sending out his conquerors, and how many lightning, bro? Like that, the amount of lightning was blowing my mind.
And it's the way. What was that, Shiryu, or was that Pizarro? He was just like, just run away.
That was Shiryu. Shiryu's like, get the fuck out of there.
Hold up. I think that might actually be the people who are about to get kettled saying that.
Okay.
And they're flashing to show that the Blackbeard pirates are not quite as impressed. I mean, you got fucking Vasco Shot's dog ass like looking dead ahead, like he's ready for something.
I kind of wanted to be Shiryu because he's a Marine.
I did too, but
I don't think he's ready. Yeah. I don't think Blackbeard's ready.
No, Blackbeard's definitely not. Blackbeard's taking it for granted right now. But Blackbeard's not here, though.
I want to get hit with that.
But yeah,
that is literally the worst thing he can get hit with.
I guess the last thing we should say is how Blackbeard's not here, like right now. Like Blackbeard's with Law right now. This is happening at the same time as Egghead, which happened at the same time as Shanks. I'm wondering who. It's got to be Lafitte pulling up on that ship, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what Lafitte's gonna do if that's Lafitte.
I feel like he's trying to steal something. I feel like
Lafitte's an infiltration specialist.
Yeah, he might be coming to take something because Lafitte is definitely not about to fight.
No.
Zaru or
I don't think that's Blackbeard's plan is to fight. I think he's trying to steal something because now that we know he wants to be king, I feel like, and we knew it before, but he's trying to make his island like legitimate. I feel like he's trying to. Yeah, I feel like he's
also science.
Maybe he wants to take control of the Seraphim or something.
I thought he was either trying to get the Seraphim or Vegapunk to have.
See, I think that's why he wants Vegapunk. Like, see, the way I see it is, he wants the island to become an official thing because we all know that's on his stopping point.
Yep.
But he wants that to be an official thing. That way, the Marines can't technically fuck with him. He has Moria in the basement trying to build a zombie army, and he's amassing devil fruits. The only real thing he needs, because that's Moria's army is basically your gifters. That's your fodder, along with pirates who are coming under you. And then you have your strong devil fruits. Those are your mains. That's your flagship. I think he wants science to kind of balance it out and make him a world power. And also keep in mind, he also wants the ultimate weapons too at some point.
And even if he's not using Vegapunk to make like some more soldiers, he definitely wants, to your point about wanting knowledge of things. I definitely think he's using Vegapunk knows stuff about where stuff is type situation. Like let me use you to find insert whatever you're looking for or research whatever you're looking for. Also using him as a negotiation tactic. Better to have another one. Of course.
Yeah, same as
Blackbeard is a very long game.
Oh yeah,
guy,
he is not really short term planning. No, sir.
There's a character in Kingdom that he reminds me of, and it's basically someone you might be familiar with, but is someone that doesn't take fights that they can't win. That type of person.
I can't wait to see Blackbeard's reaction when he comes home with or without
shit's all fucked.
But yeah, for the record, I think it's Lafitte and Katarina, Devon, and Aokiji are the only people who we know for sure. We don't know where they are right this very moment.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the fact that they didn't have like a little schooner, like a scout ship go out, they had a whole like big ass ship. I think that leads to the fact that Aokiji's going to be there. I think it's Aokiji's going to go there pretending to be alone and just be like pure muscle. And then you have Lafitte and Devon going in there for infiltration.
Distraction. Interesting. See, I'm with you on Lafitte. It makes sense if Aokiji's there. I'm just very interested to see if he is.
They need a hitter because, I mean, even Blackbeard knows like Egghead's locked down and like has all kinds of tech.
I also feel like Blackbeard wants Aokiji right by his side at all times. I need to know where you at. He did, but he did send him with someone he trusts with his like Van Auger too, and wasn't Burgess with him as well? I think
I don't remember.
I know Auger was with him, and
yeah,
Auger's a day one home.
If Kuzan want to do something, I don't.
Oh, it's over. No, it's over. I mean, it is.
I don't think they can stop. I mean, that's a good. He can trust Burgess. He can't. At least Burgess gonna
put up a good fight.
One thing about Burgess is gonna figure some shit out. Burgess is like the Jack the Drought of the Blackbeard Pirates. He's gonna come out of it with something.
Yeah, Burgess
gonna find a way to make something happen at least.
Burgess has a terrible stat sheet, a lot like that one guy in the in JJK, the volcano head guy. He has a terrible stat sheet because he's always going against like
strong people,
against relative top tiers.
Yeah, facts.
Otherwise, he himself is respectable. He just doesn't really get a dub often.
No,
he's competent. I think he's competent.
No, yeah,
not necessarily the most.
He's ambitious overall. Too. Like his ambition is getting the hold of him every time, but like that doesn't mean he's not powerful. 100%.
Because I mean, what he did at Baltigo with the Revolutionaries, that was
some badass shit.
MVP,
and then like Dressrosa, he was going to get him the Mara no Me. He was like, I'm making that happen. But I think he got a fruit that fits him better. Honestly, like I don't.
Yeah,
he ran into Sabo. Like there's not much you can do with that, man.
Exactly.
His fruit is not like Sailor Wolf, where it's like it almost feels like, why'd you even get this? But at the same time, though, it means his upper level scaling. We don't know. We can't.
Like, dude picked up a mountain. But that's pretty much everything. Pharaoh, you got something else?
Yeah, the one last thing I will also say in the Kuzan's going Egghead corner. One, he's an admiral, so he probably knows the island better than anyone. Two, it obviously opens up to Kuzan Kizaru interaction. I would like to see maybe a fight if they're going deep cover, but if not, it'll one way or another admiral on admiral violence. You know, especially since
I want to see admirals fight. I've been wanting to see that from jump, so I'm fear for that.
But I don't know, and the only reason why, last thing I'm gonna say, I don't know if we're ready for that. That's why I don't think he's. Another reason why I don't think he's there because I don't know.
Shanks just attacked. Garp just got.
I know, but I don't know if it's time for him to fight like legit. Because like I think when Kuzan comes up, it's like we gotta fight. Like it's full on.
Oda said this year was gonna be a battle royale, and he was like, so and so we're fighting. Damn. So
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I just don't know. Right. I'm on the other side of it.
Also, Egghead needs to get a little bit spicier.
It is the least spicy place right now. But that's why. But see, that's why I think. That's why I think, and this I guess this place is why I don't think Kuzan's there. I think Dragon's popping up over there. That's what I think the spiciness of Egghead is. I think the Revs are popping up over there to get their hands on a celestial dragon. But
and I say cross guild, but I can
what if
see
it's a fake ship? What if it's the Revs and they stole a Blackbeard flag?
That'd be gas. Either way, I'm with it. Farrell, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
At Out That Swamp on Instagram, OUTDATSWAMP,
and where they get your music.
AMP at 337 Pharaoh. Pharaoh is PHAREAUX. You already know.
And where they get your music at?
Oh, my music is on SoundCloud. Is on Apple Music, Spotify, all streaming platforms.
100%.
Just type in PHAREAUX.
100%. Verse, and tell the people they can follow you on social media.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Verse the Vassal on Twitter, also Verse the Vassal on Instagram, although I don't use it as much. So I had a long week, and a lot of things are actually shaking up for me. So pretty soon, I'm actually going to have a lot more projects coming out, because I'm going to have a little bit more free time on my hands, hint, hint. I'm probably going to start releasing a Substack. That way, if you want to get some of my fantasy writing, especially I'm thinking about doing after action reports for D&D sessions. If you want to know more about what's going on in the behind the scenes Bros Who Think network D&D party. And I'm also probably going to release a Substack that is going to like do that. But then it's also going to switch to a lot of political stuff, a lot of like letters to your editor, stuff like that. So that hasn't launched yet, but probably within the month. So
yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go check out both Verson's content and Farrell's content. Follow me at LinBWT. Follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. A lot of shit is out. Follow us at Bros Who Think and you'll get all the announcements, and subscribe to the YouTube. But until next time, peace.